Hey, have you noticed that California's housing market isn't the same anymore? For years, people said, it's expensive, but worth it. The coastline, job market, and weather made it feel like luxury and opportunity. People stretched their budgets, thinking it'd pay off. But in 2026, that belief is cracking. The market that once had bidding wars and rising prices is now slowing down. It's not just a small dip, this is a real shift. So, what's happening? Let's dive in. Number 1. Riverside. Let's start with Riverside. For years, Riverside has been the practical choice. Buyers who couldn't afford the steep prices in Los Angeles found an alternative here. More house for less money, right? It was the affordable option for many people looking to stay connected to Southern California, but not go broke in the process. But in 2026, it's feeling a little different. Home prices are down by about 1.6%, and homes are taking longer to sell, 63 days compared to 48 last year. The problem? Riverside isn't a market built on prestige or image, it's built on practical decisions. But when mortgage rates are high, insurance costs are rising, and homes aren't moving as quickly, that practicality doesn't seem as appealing. The commute starts feeling longer, the payments feel heavier, and the idea of future appreciation doesn't feel as convincing anymore. That's when markets like Riverside start to struggle. People aren't rushing to buy anymore, and sellers are starting to feel it. Number 2. Stockton. Then there's Stockton. If you've been eyeing the market here, you've probably noticed things slowing down. In 2026, home prices dropped by about 4.6%, and homes are taking longer to sell, 44 days on average, up from 30 last year. For a place like Stockton, which has long been seen as a more affordable alternative to the expensive Bay Area, this is a wake-up call. Buyers are more price-sensitive now, and the affordability advantage that Stockton once offered isn't as compelling as it used to be. When people start questioning the numbers and whether they're really getting a good deal, it's a red flag. And that hesitation can cause the market to turn faster than people expect. Number 3. Pasadena. Pasadena is another city that's feeling the pressure in 2026. This city has always been known for its beauty, reputation, and charm. It's the kind of place where people feel like they're investing in something permanent, something timeless. But in February 2026, home prices were down 3.7%, and homes were taking longer to sell. It's not a catastrophe, but for a city like Pasadena, it's a warning sign. Buyers are starting to question whether the premium they paid for the neighborhood is still worth it when the market is slowing down. When buyers start thinking harder about value and long-term costs, that's when things start to get tricky. Number 4. Los Angeles. Now, let's talk about Los Angeles. LA is huge, right? It's one of the largest and most iconic housing markets in the world, and for a long time, that size helped protect it from downturns. But in 2026, the reality is a bit different. Home prices are down by 4.7%, and homes are taking 80 days to sell, up from 69 last year. The sheer size of LA's market is actually starting to work against it. Buyers are no longer just looking at one home, they're comparing neighborhoods, school districts, insurance costs, and more. And when the cost of living is so high, buyers are starting to question whether LA is really worth it anymore. The market is shifting, and in a city as large and complex as LA, that shift is going to have ripple effects. Buyers are no longer as eager to rush in and pay top dollar. They're starting to take their time, ask more questions, and make more calculated decisions. Number 5. San Diego. If you thought premium markets were immune to slowdowns, San Diego might make you rethink that. Known for its gorgeous beaches and desirable lifestyle, San Diego has long been a sought-after place to live. But in 2026, things are changing. Home prices dropped by 5.5%, and homes are taking longer to sell. The cost of living is already high in San Diego, and when you add in mortgage rates, taxes, HOA dues, and maintenance, the financial burden starts to feel overwhelming. Buyers are getting more careful, more rational, and less willing to pay the premium for the San Diego lifestyle. And when that emotional urgency starts to fade, that's when a market like this can face some serious struggles. Number 6. Palm Springs. Palm Springs has always been the place for people looking for a second home or a quiet retirement spot. But in 2026, the market here is feeling different. Prices are down by 4.4%, and homes are taking longer to sell, 94 days instead of 83. Palm Springs was never about necessity, it was about desire. People chose Palm Springs for the lifestyle, the pools, the desert charm, the escape. But now, that lifestyle doesn't seem as alluring as it once did. Buyers are more hesitant, and with so much of the market relying on emotional appeal, hesitation becomes a real problem. Buyers are no longer rushing to buy their dream home in the desert. Instead, they're thinking twice, and when that happens, markets like Palm Springs can slip quickly. Number 7. Newport Beach. Newport Beach is another high-end market that's showing signs of weakness in 2026. Home prices are down by 1.4%, and sales have dropped significantly. For a luxury market like Newport Beach, even small price declines can signal bigger issues. Buyers are becoming more selective, taking longer to make decisions, and pushing harder on price. The city's prestige is still there, but buyers are no longer willing to pay any price just to live in such an exclusive neighborhood. The market is still expensive, but the ease of making a deal is gone. And when that happens, it's a sign that even luxury markets aren't immune to change. Number 8. West Hollywood. Finally, we come to West Hollywood, which is perhaps the clearest example of a market in freefall. In February 2026, home prices in West Hollywood were down by a staggering 29.1%. This isn't just a dip, it's a major shift. West Hollywood has long been a symbol of prestige, culture, and exclusivity. But now, that reputation is no longer enough to keep prices high. Buyers are no longer willing to pay top dollar for the lifestyle. They're questioning whether the location is worth the cost. And that's a problem for a market like this. Once a city that was almost guaranteed to hold its value, West Hollywood is now facing the harsh reality of a housing crash. The end of an era? So, what does this all mean? Well, it's clear that California's housing market is going through a major shift. The cities we've talked about were once seen as safe bets for buyers and investors alike, but now, the cracks are starting to show. Whether it's the fading appeal of prestige or the increasing financial burden, buyers are becoming more cautious, and sellers are starting to feel the pressure. This isn't the California housing market we once knew. The old rules don't seem to apply anymore, and as 2026 moves on, it's going to be crucial to rethink strategies if you're looking to buy or sell. The market is changing, and it's changing fast. So, that's the scoop. California's housing market is changing. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe for more real estate updates. Thanks for watching.